Hello, YouTube. How we doing today? What's going on, everybody? Hello, and welcome back to the Feedback Loop Arcade. With me this evening is writer, YouTuber, and podcast host Claire Weaver, a.k.a. 8-Bit Terror.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am. Welcome. And who else do we have with us?
Well, with me tonight is gamer, YouTuber, and big nerd, Spornicus T-Rex.
Big nerd. Oh, yeah, that's totally accurate. Broke nerd, more like. But where's Joe? How do we introduce Joe?
Well, you usually say and.
And our channel producer, Joe Schmo0216. Joe, what's up, man?
Hey, Joe.
Oh, how's it going, y'all?
I think it's going to be okay.
Yeah. And I just want to check.
I hope so.
Because we had a little issue last time.
Quality check.
Can everybody
2
hear
weeks ago.
Joe? I know, but still. It's like this is the last, that was the last episode. Can you
And
hear
Jeremy,
Joe?
you're not allowed to answer. Not that you're here yet, but still.
I was just saying, I don't think Jeb's with us yet.
He must be busy. Oh.
Busy
How
doing
dare
what? What's
he.
more important than being here?
Let's see, what time is it in Texas? It's 8 p.m. in Texas?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
Oh,
hey,
that's
let's say
right.
hi to-
Texas time is the same as Wisconsin time. That's so
it
weird.
is, isn't it?
Wait.
Yeah, that does seem
Oh, yeah.
odd. Yeah.
I was like, wait, no, it's
Right?
not.
That
Wait,
does
is that because
seem
the time
odd.
change? And then,
What-
wait, no, they're in the same time zone.
What's funny to me is that I have to think about it now to remember what time it would be in Texas. You know, I have to stop and think. It's like,
You know You know you've moved.
Yeah, I've acclimated
Yep.
to Colorado time now, yeah. So I want to say hi to everybody. James Guan, first one in the chat. Congratulations, sir. Hello and welcome. What's up, man? And we also have Obscured by Ink, Obi. Welcome in, Obi. How you doing? And Joe Schmo 0216 and 8-Bit Terror. And Ian Murphy. Ian, what's up, dude? Oh, shit. Morning from Bonnie, Scotland. What time is it in Scotland? I can't remember what time it is in Texas.
It must be early there. It's what, 7
morning.
hours,
Yeah.
6 hours different now? I don't know. We've had the time change
yeah,
here,
yeah,
but not
right.
in Scotland.
Oh, God,
so it's
yeah,
like, I don't even know.
We've also had a stupid-ass time change here.
1 a.m. Holy shit.
Wow. It's morning, all right. That counts. Yeah. Damn. Wow. So, James, I'm glad you asked. What is today's topic about? PlayStation versus Xbox? Well, in general, to me, this is just a fascinating concept that this exists across all genres. And I actually started to talk about this a second ago and just kind of like briefing with Joe before we got started. And Claire was like, dude, save it for the stream. I'm like, oh, yeah, all right. But yeah, it's an interesting phenomenon across all genres. You have, let's say, Star Wars fans versus Star Trek fans. It's weird how some people, and I don't mean to say all people, because this actually doesn't include me, but some people who are Star Wars fans think Star Trek is stupid. People who are fans of Star Trek think that Star Wars is stupid. Or guys that drive Fords think Chevys are stupid. You drink Miller Lite, so Coors is piss water. You know, I don't understand this PlayStation versus Xbox, PC versus console. It's the whole concept
that one's
of it.
easy. PlayStation wins over everything else.
Okay, yeah.
No, you're right. It is really interesting how we seem to, whether innately or culturally, we need to have rivalries.
Yeah.
It's like you need to be defined by your common hatred for
Something
the
else.
other.
yeah.
So it's like, I'm a Green Bay Packers fan, so boo,
fucking
I hate
sport.
the Vikings.
I didn't even think
you
about
know?
sports. I literally didn't even consider sports.
It's really funny. Just
That's why sports exist, is because of fucking nerd rivalries.
little tangent. We went to the store the other day and I had a hat on because it was cold out. It was fucking cold. And I wore my Green Bay Packers hat.
Yeah.
And we live in Colorado, which is Denver Broncos country.
Right.
So we walk into the store and the guy's like, oh, if she's a Packers fan, and he turns to you, Rex, says, what are you? And you just
Kind of look
had
at him
this,
with
like,
a blank stare,
like what words are these?
What?
And
Yeah. What?
I had to explain
What
that
the
you
fuck
just
are
don't
sports?
do
I don't.
sports.
What?
So yeah, I think it's just, I don't know if it's like something that some people do for fun. Like a lot of people find it fun to be competitive.
Right.
And
There's
to
that
have
as well.
a rivalry.
Yeah.
I personally, I hate that. I hate competitiveness. I'm not a competitive person. It makes me really nervous. I don't like it. So I don't know. I think also it's just like a sense of loyalty. You can be loyal to something by hating something else.
Yeah.
It's like
Part of wanting to feel like a part of a group,
right,
something like
right.
that.
It's like you're loyal to your country because you hate the country that your country is at war with, or
well, yeah.
whatever.
I mean,
it's
on,
like
on a bigger scale, yeah.
yeah.
Sure,
It's a way of breeding patriotism, loyalty, commonality.
Right. Well, I mean, a two-sided system like that, say a bipartisan political system,
exactly,
is a brilliant way of manipulating people because it's polarizing. You polarize them to one or the other, and you can make them do basically whatever you want them to do.
And that's I mean, I don't think that's what Star Wars or Star Trek are doing, or PlayStation or Xbox. But I mean, maybe
it's
a little
that same phenomena. It applies, though.
I mean, think about my reaction to Tomb Raider going Xbox exclusive.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, right. That was when you stopped playing Tomb Raider for like a long time.
Yeah, I was hurt.
She was salty about that shit. Yeah,
I was cut deep. That was like, hey, I've been loyal to you this whole fucking time. Why you got to do me like that? How can you do that? And it's weird. It's like it's just a fucking game.
Yeah.
It still came out on the PlayStation after however long it was. I could still play it. I mean, fuck, I could just go get an Xbox if I want to.
Right. I mean, if Claire was walking around throwing gang signs, it would be circle, square, triangle, and cross, man. PlayStation for life.
You like a secret Sony spy? You just said cross.
I know that's actually a cross and not an X, man. They're shapes. They're not letters.
Yeah, but like everyone calls it X.
I know, but those people are wrong. I mean, just
only according
just because
to Sony
billions
employees.
of people are stupid, it doesn't make them right. I mean, just because there are billions of them.
It was funny. So Sony confirmed, air quotes, whatever, or I think revealed for the first time just last year that apparently it's always been called cross.
Yeah.
And like everyone's like,
wait, what? That's an X,
that's
dude.
X.
Now, I
triangle,
do say
circle, X squared. It's what it is.
Yeah, if you want me to know that it is intended to be a cross, perhaps turn it, put it in the correct orientation, rotate it, what, does it fucking 90 degrees
or
something?
It's a fucking X.
Yeah, man. I mean, come on, man. But still, anyway, we're off topic. I just thought that was funny. I'm sorry.
No, we will have the nerd rivalry between X and cross. A line has been drawn in the sand.
My point has been proven. I win.
James says it's a crucifix.
It is now. Oh, shit. Let me say hello to Miranda Saturn and Balthazar. Have I missed anyone? I hope I didn't miss anybody. There's a comment in here. James. Yeah, James, you hit it right there, man. Trekkies are into sci-fi, science fiction, where Star Wars fans are into shiny laser, space, whatever. So, I'm sorry. The reason I wanted to respond to this comment, this is actually where it starts for me. Because, again, I don't share this opinion. I like both. I actually honestly enjoy watching both Star Wars and Star Trek, but for different reasons. They satisfy different nerve centers of the brain, right? It's a different gameplay loop, So
they're also two different genres.
True. Absolutely. I agree 100%. Then that's, I think, what I mean if they satisfy a different, like, dopamine dump, it's slightly different.
Yeah.
It's similar but different. But the thing is, my best friend, my brother Ryan, is a Star Trek person. And he likes Star Trek for the same reasons that I like Star Trek. Star Trek at least makes an effort to respect actual science, which I love that. That's what I like about Star Trek, and that's why my brother Ryan likes Star Trek. But I also like Star Wars because I don't have a problem with like space wizards and shit. I think it's entertaining. It's all right.
Rex.
Yeah, I'm
Rex.
down. Yeah.
Are you trying to say that science a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away is the exact same science that we have to go by? Come on now.
Oh, no. I mean, yeah,
you don't know these things.
That's fair, man. I can dig that too. Science may work differently in different non-Newtonian physics, I guess, may apply in certain dimensions.
Perhaps. I mean, didn't they...
How fucked up would that be if we went to a different galaxy and found out that the physics are different?
Like, yeah, right now,
dude. That would be cool. I just want to check. I don't think anyone answered my question. Can you all hear Joe?
Yes, please do let us know. Confirm 100%. Do we have audio coming in from Joe? He is here with us this evening.
I'm here, I promise.
We're not just talking to ourselves and like imagining that Joe is with us. We are
Yeah.
actually... Joe is actually talking back.
I am not a ghost.
Wait, is he? Is he a ghost?
Wait, what?
Is he
Can
just
hear
a
Joe. Okay,
figment of our
nice.
imagination?
Outstanding. Thanks, guys.
Now, I want to...
I guess
What
you'll
did I
find
just
out in
do?
April.
Something
That was
whistling
me. Don't
outside.
worry about it.
Oh, that was on. Okay, I got you.
Okay, cool. So we can hear Joe. Awesome. I was gonna say Star Wars. Now, the original trilogy was very much fantasy in its science fiction in its presentation, but fantasy in its substance.
Sure.
Really.
Yeah.
In the prequels, they did try to get a little sciencey. There was an effort to sort of explain,
little, yeah.
scientifically,
Like how
what
this was
the
working
Force
or why
is.
this happened. Yeah. Right. I'm
Yeah.
not even gonna go into that, but yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
So it's interesting that they did try to do that, and then I think in the more current movies, they've just been like, nah, it's just fantasy.
Space wizards.
Space
Woo!
wizards.
Hold my beer and watch Space Wizards.
So what's everyone's opinion on Star Wars, Star Trek? Where does everyone fall? 'Cause
Oh,
I
no, I didn't want to start
personally-
getting divisive,
Oh,
man.
no, not to get divisive, just curious to know.
All right, we're going to start a spreadsheet, and
No,
everybody
no.
that's in the wrong column, you're out.
We're not going to tell you which one's the wrong one.
You get a red X by your name, and you're out.
Oh, Joe's first against the wall. No, I'm kidding. I've never actually seen much of Star Trek. I've seen
okay.
maybe 2 of the movies. No, I think just one. One of the
Yeah.
movies. First Contact? Is that what it's called?
Don't get me lying.
Okay. Well, anyway, I saw that one, and I've seen a few episodes of the early Star Trek, and that's it. So I don't know anything about it. And I've seen almost all the Star Wars movies, so I guess I would say I'm more of a Star Wars person than Star Trek, but honestly, I'm not loyal
More familiar
to
with that one.
either
Yeah.
particularly.
Yeah, and that's like what I mean to say, I honestly genuinely like both, but for different reasons. And that's why it's so fascinating to me that it's such a polarizing topic. I mean, and specifically Star Wars versus Star Trek for me, that's like that's the one for me that makes me think about it, that actually kind of highlighted the schism there.
Right.
But it's like, I'm not really bothered about it myself personally. Happy either way. Oh, hey, we need to say hello to Gomer Black Magic. What's up, buddy? Welcome
Hey,
in.
Gomer. Sorry, I was yawning. I wanted to say hi, and I was like, oh, we've had a rough few days. It's been pretty tiring over here. My kiddo's been sick, as I've mentioned on my live streams.
Motherfucking puke apocalypse. Dude, this weekend has been exhausting. Claire and I are both walking around like a bunch of fucking shell-shocked hobos, man. I'm telling you.
Speak for yourself.
Well, I'm walking around like fucking shell-shocked
I didn't take a 4-hour nap today.
Yeah, fucking A did. Oh, man. That kid, though, God, he is such a trooper when he is sick,
is.
man. I mean, for real, he's just such a good sport about being cared for when he's sick. It's unbelievable. Most kids are fussy and upset because it's a upsetting thing to wake up in the middle of the night with, covered in vomit. But it's fucking...
Let's not get into the details.
Yeah, I know, right?
Please, I don't want to relive it.
That's the kind of weekend
got
we had,
PTSD.
man. Too soon, bro.
I just felt bad because he kept saying, "Mommy, sleep with me, lie in bed next to me," and I was like,
and
"Yeah,
you've got a
no,
pinched nerve in your shoulder and literally can't fucking lay down.
no, I just didn't want to get covered in vomit."
No.
Can you imagine?
Oh, man.
Anyway, let's move
Yeah,
on.
right.
Moving on.
Kid is feeling better, though. And, yeah, we what do you call that in wrestling? Is it you tag out and tag your partner in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marvel, DC, go.
Marvel and DC. That's right. That's another one. That's one I forget about. The rivalries there. You even have like comic book. Like you have folks who are like hardcore Marvel, Team Marvel. Oh God, even like what's the we were joking about fucking the Twilight series. We were joking about those on my live stream last night. And even then you have like Team Jacob and Team
Edward.
whatever is
Yeah.
Edward. Yeah. Team Jacob versus Team
For the
Edward.
record, I've never read it nor seen the movies.
Yeah, right.
But, I mean,
So, like I said,
yeah,
I have actually seen the movies, but
What?
it's because
wait,
of
wait.
teenage daughters. It's teenage daughters. And that's what we were joking about was like the poor dads that have to take their teenage daughters to like boy band concerts and shit.
Have you ever been to a Backstreet Boys concert?
I was young and needed the money.
That's
wait,
another
you're
one.
talking about something different. Sorry,
No,
never mind.
that's
That boy
another one.
band rivalries.
That happens in music
Yeah,
as
sure
well.
does,
You
yeah.
have like
This
I like New
rapper and
Kids
this
on the Block
rapper,
Guys,
versus
you're
yeah.
Take
getting
That
ahead of
or whatever.
yourselves. Calm down there.
What's that, Joe?
You're getting ahead of yourselves. You said Marvel versus DC. We got to go.
Oh, yeah, right. That's probably something you can speak to, huh?
Well,
you have an
this is
opinion,
the
Joe?
other thing. Do you want to talk about the comics or the cinematic universes?
Oh, shit. Let's break it down.
Let's start with
Because
comics, yeah.
comic-wise,
Let's get old
I
school.
think there is a debate to be had. But cinematic universes, there is no debate. DC
All right.
sucks.
Ouch.
Like, you can say the individual movies are good. That's fine. They are. But if you want to say that they are built within a cohesive cinematic universe, you are
that's the thing that-
lying to yourself on a scale that is immeasurable.
Wow, this man has
Right.
opinions.
I mean, that's the thing that Marvel invented. And then
Ex-
DC was like,
Hey,
we're doing that too.
we can totally do
yeah,
that
we have
too,
one
right?
of those. Yeah,
And they
ours
can't.
is like,
Because
one
they
of
don't
those.
have a cohesive leadership built around that cinematic universe. They haven't had one person have one idea that can coincide within everything, and they
my.
refuse to acknowledge that the TV universe exists for DC. They
Oh.
will not bring it into the movies at all. They refuse to.
that's weird. Because
Like,
like people who watch TV are definitely not going to go see the movies, and vice versa, right?
right? Like, I'm sorry, y'all need to friggin' figure out what a financial business actually is, and maybe take a lesson from Disney, who apparently knows how to do their shit.
Oh, man.
Right.
Well, I mean, Disney is literally the devil, isn't it? I mean,
No. Anyway,
No.
as far as this debate goes, for me, I definitely comics wise, I've always read Dark Horse comics. Like I never really paid
Yes.
attention. Marvel, DC, Dark Horse, whatever. I remember having a lot of Dark Horse comics in my collection. I don't even know which ones. I don't remember. And when I say comics, I mean trade paperbacks or graphic novels. I don't have many actual comic book issues, like individual issues. I have
Yeah.
a few. But in terms of the whole Marvel thing, I just cannot get into that. DC I could get into because Batman is DC.
okay, yeah.
So
right.
I could get into. I feel like that's a franchise I could jump into
Mhm.
at any point and understand it. Whereas with Marvel, it's so big and so old and so convoluted, and there's so many characters.
Yeah.
I can't even keep up with the movies.
See,
let
that's the
alone
thing,
try to get into
Claire.
comics.
If you were to get into the old school Marvel comics, I think you'd be fine. Because it's on the same level of DC, where it's all kind of there, somewhat interconnected. There's going to be a few mentions of, crossing things, but most of them are within their own, like, main sphere of story.
Right.
That it's not going to be too big because they didn't want to interweave things too much
Mhm.
in case people had such favorites that you bring one in that people don't want to read, like say they're
Right.
huge fans of Spider-Man, and now you're just throwing in some Captain Marvel shit. They're like, I don't fucking care about Captain Marvel. I don't even know what the fuck is going on with this. I don't want this.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
that's what they did with
so-
the movies. So when you get to the movie franchise,
Exactly.
I'd actually be more into DC, and I'm not saying that I am, but DC
Batman's
sounds
pretty
more
accessible.
more manageable.
It's much easier to follow, that's for sure.
Right. Because I can't remember. I've watched most of the Marvel movies up to, I think, Endgame or whatever the fuck. I watched all of them in the right order, binged watched them, and I still was like, what
No
the
fucking idea
fuck
what's
is
going on.
happening?
Yeah, right.
Who is this?
I think I
And,
tried
like, the relationships between redhead chick and Paul Bettany was like suddenly in the movies, and I'm like, wait, when did they get together? Did I miss a movie? Like, what is happening?
Uh-huh.
So, and I think it might have been in a movie that I did miss or something, but it was like threw me for a loop. I'm like, when did they get together? What's happening? What's going on? What? Who?
Okay.
It's so
Yeah,
confusing.
wow. I haven't seen any of that. I remember watching one. I think it was the Captain America Winter Soldier, I think. I honestly don't remember. I'm probably wrong, actually. But it was around that time when that one came out and something else came out around it. I don't know. All I remember is a blur of action scenes blending together, and I have no fucking idea what was going on.
They are really well crafted in that they do cram a lot of like character moments into basically a 2-hour-long action sequence, but it's not enough. I really think that Marvel, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it really did peak with Iron Man.
Like
Because Iron Man was fucking awesome.
I'm going to tell you, that set a pretty high fucking bar.
It did.
It set a pretty high fucking bar right there. We seem to have accomplished our goal here. We've struck a nerve and started a war in the chat. So, yeah, we did our job.
Wait, what's happening? What's happening in the
Job's
chat?
good, and Bob's your uncle. Let's go.
Like Miranda Saturn's comment, the only way I watch these movies is on airplanes as God intended. I hear you. That is how I watch. I feel bad. I watched Avatar on an airplane with the shitty tinny sounds and like the tiny little screen, and everyone was like, whoa, Avatar's so good. It's so amazing. And I'm like, really? It looks shit to me.
I mean, it was pretty entertaining
in
in IMAX.
Yeah.
It was pretty
I
entertaining.
kind of shot myself in the
IMAX.
foot with that one. Okay, hang on. I see. What's this about? Spider-Man Far From Home is a work of genius. No Way Home. No Way Home.
Yes, correction. Sorry. No Way Home. Far From Home's fine. No Way Home is God level.
I know,
It's so fucking good.
There's an interesting thing because Spider-Man for a while wasn't part of the Marvel universe because Spider-Man individually, the IP was owned by Sony.
Yeah.
And in order to keep...
The movie rights are owned by Sony.
Right, yes. Yeah, sorry. That's what I meant. The movie rights were owned by Sony, and to keep hold of them, they had to make a Spider-Man movie every 5 years. That was why we had so many Spider-Man movies and remakes of movies that had just come out like 10 years before.
Right.
And then at a certain point...
Correction, none of them have been remakes at all.
Reboots, whatever you want to call
There you
it.
go.
Joe, you're very...
I'm just saying.
Is this a
And
soft
that's
spot for you?
But that's the beauty of No Way Home, is because then it has all 3 of those Spider guys.
Oh,
It's
really?
freaking amazing. If you haven't seen Spider-Man No Way Home, go fucking watch it.
Which one is it a
It's
remake
so
of?
good. Shut up.
Well,
It is the latest Spider-Man movie, and it's literally them going crazy because shit happens, and he needed something from Doctor Strange, and it accidentally tore a hole in the
His
space
butthole.
time
I did
continuum
like-
multiverse shit. It was so good.
Okay, that sounds complicated. I did like Doctor Strange, the first one. I liked that one. Because, again, it's like more of a standalone movie that I can get into without having to remember 1,000 other characters and what they all did individually in their own movies, where they are at emotionally on their emotional journey and blah, 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 and who they're in love with and who's mad at who for what bullshit reason and all that shit. And you only get 3 seconds in each movie of, like, character development. But yeah, Spider-Man, interestingly, was its own separate outside of Marvel franchise owned by Sony, or the rights were owned by Sony. And then at a certain point, they did make a deal with Marvel, and they're like, okay, yeah, we can work with you and make
I
a
guess
fuck
we
ton
can
of
make more
money.
money that way. Yeah. All right. Fine. We'll do it. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
that works.
And it goes deeper than that. I mean, so like these are the ones that we know the best. The video game system rivalries and the the comic book rivalries and things like that. But I mean, it even goes into like smaller shit, like more esoteric stuff. Like even like my brother is like an old school biker, all right? Been riding a Harley and shit for years.
Mm-hmm.
And, he's one of those guys that, he doesn't like Hondas and Kawasaki's and stuff. He's ridden them before. Like,
does he call them crotch rockets?
No. Well, yes. No, I mean specifically like something a biker might ride, like a Honda Goldwing or something like
gotcha,
that.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I thought you meant like the...
Yeah, I don't mean like race bikes, like street
whatever you
bike
call
stuff.
them.
I mean like road bikes, like something a biker would
Because that's
ride.
a whole rivalry in and of itself.
Exactly, and it is, and that's where I was going with that, because you have like your Harley biker types, and you have your street bike types, and then you have that. But then like my brother, he's ridden Hondas and Kawasaki's and shit over the years, but it's just during times of his life that he was kind of low on money and couldn't afford to keep up a Harley at the time, but it's still in like shit like that, it's different beers like Coors versus Miller. I literally know guys who will like, hey, what are you drinking there? Coors Light. Oh, it's fucking piss water. You gotta be drinking this. It's like, damn, dude.
Why is
don't
that?
Get it.
And I mean, not to be sexist, but it is more of a guy thing than a girl thing. I can't think of examples of girls being like, oh, what lipstick are you wearing? Oh, it's L'Oreal?
Yes,
oh, that's shit.
Yeah.
why put that on your fucking
no,
face?
Well, see, it's different, though, because women will be like, oh, yeah, that color looks great on you. Dumb cow. Is like what's really happening. Like, we know how this really works.
I can really see what you're trying to do with that shade.
Exactly. It's the same thing.
Oh, I love that eyeshadow. It's so 2012.
I used to have a pair of those shoes. Yeah, exactly. I know.
Claire, you're so brave wearing that out. I would never be able to do that.
Yes. I love that you don't even care about your appearance. Like, you do you.
Exactly.
The fucking undercutting compliments.
So it's the same thing. It's just different.
But I don't think we really do that. There's not so much of a competitiveness. And that's the thing with a lot of
that is a lie.
The bike thing and the no, I mean in general, just like in general conversation.
No, it is not an outright competitiveness. The competitiveness is inherent in all the passive aggressive comments you fucking say to each other.
But I don't see that amongst my girlfriends. But I see that amongst my guy friends.
That's maybe because you found nice people, Claire.
Well, yeah, no, and I'm talking very generally. If you take the average nice people, like not the really nice people who are genuinely really, really nice people, and not the assholes. If you take the sort of middle of the crowd, like most of us are generally nice most of the time, but we all have our faults. Those people. And you put everyone at like, I don't know, like a work party or a cookout or something like that. It tends to be more of the guy's way of communicating, of like talking about, oh, what truck do you drive? Oh, it's a Ford. Oh, you should drive Chevy.
You should drive Chevy.
Or
yeah, right.
Whatever. There's always that.
I only drive Dodge, boy.
It's kind of almost like it's a method of communication. It's a method of
such a
it's
weird
not a method of communication. It is a method of whose dick is biggest.
Okay, well,
and this is why I hang out with women.
Wow,
because then I know mine's the biggest.
I would like to formally retract that statement.
Did you catch that, Joe?
I don't think I did, actually.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I was being smart.
No.
You can watch it on the playback later.
James, you know what I'm saying, so shut your mouth.
Yeah, right? I mean, we could still do a dick measuring contest. I mean, shit. That's my favorite kind of chicks to hang out with.
Oh, God.
Hold my beer and see how far you can pee. I'm kidding, but anyway.
Oh, it's amazing how quickly we just
absolutely devolve. Yeah, I mean,
devolve.
Hey, we almost made it 30 minutes before we got started with that bit.
Oh, hey, the Jameson Juice Box is with us.
What up, Juice Box? What's up, man?
James, oh my God.
I mean,
I like James is one of those people. The Jameson is one of those people that can like walk in the middle of this conversation
and drop a line immediately,
and not be like, wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah, he says, man, I catch in. I don't catch up. Yeah.
All right, are we good with DC versus Marvel?
Oh God, yes. Let's move on. Yeah.
All right. My next one.
What you got?
No.
Is going to be going into DC. Actually, who is the best Batman?
I guess
isn't Bruce Wayne Batman? Bruce Wayne. I'm gonna go with Bruce Wayne.
I can see that would be a divisive topic, like amongst like hardcore Batman fans. Like saying, well, this is the better Batman
We're
actor.
talking about movies, right? Like who is the best actor?
Yeah,
movies and voice acting.
And voice acting
Okay,
as well.
so I don't know any of the voice actors.
Okay, so the voice actor from, and I don't know the guy's name, I'm sorry, the voice actor from the 90s animated series.
He passed away
There you
recently,
go.
I believe
right?
so, yeah. So if you're doing
I'm
voice.
going to say him.
I'm sorry, it's
Yes.
got to be him.
Kevin Conroy.
And also Mark Hamill as Joker. That one's out there.
Right.
Yeah,
We're not talking about the villains. We're just
I don't
talking
give a
about
shit.
Batman.
Shit.
We can talk about villains. Suddenly I get interested.
Yeah, now Claire's perking up. Yeah.
Wait, who's playing the Joker?
Luke Skywalker. We were just
No,
I brought
I
it up
know,
because
I
we were
know.
talking about Star Wars.
I know.
Which actually he's never mind. I was going to bring up another character that Mark Hamill did in a Jay and Silent Bob movie that's kind of Star Wars parody related. I believe his
Cockknocker?
Yeah, Cockknocker. Yeah. Cockknocker. Yeah. So, man, how did you get that name? Well, it's actually a funny story. Bam! Punches him in the cock. Anyway, I'm sorry. Tangent.
That was one of the worst Kevin Smith
That was
movies.
fucking
but-
horrible, but it was still funny. Yeah.
Yeah. Best Batman. Someone says Ben Affleck. The Jameson Juice Box says I really like Ben Affleck. I
Okay.
actually haven't seen
Really?
the
You know,
Affleck Batman.
I have an opinion.
Batman.
I ha-
Batman. How many are there?
How many were there?
How many can I have?
Oh my! So I do have an opinion on that, and I was kind of surprised, honestly. I went into the Batman with Ben Affleck expecting a shit show. I went in expecting to hate it. I don't dislike Ben Affleck, but most of the movies that he's been in, I don't really take him too seriously.
He's a good actor, though. He really
I
is.
agreed.
Maybe not the best
Agreed.
movies, but he's a good actor.
Agreed. But I went into that one not expecting a good Batman show, and I have to say I was corrected. I was proven wrong in that Ben Affleck does a really convincing Bruce Wayne.
Is it better than Christian Bale, though? Because
Bruce Wayne, yes.
Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne was off the fucking charts. I loved that. He was so good.
I did like that as well, but for me personally, Christian Bale he shined as Batman. When he became the Bat, Christian Bale really shined as Batman, whereas opposite, Ben Affleck made a really convincing Bruce Wayne. The Batman, anybody can put on the Batman costume and look like Batman. Anybody can put on that outfit and look like Batman, but
That's actually what I've heard from a lot of people is that if they could make a perfect combo, it would be Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne and Christian Bale as Batman.
See, I don't know. I'm saying I haven't seen the Affleck Batman movies, but maybe it's because I saw American Psycho. And Christian Bale in that, watching him be Bruce Wayne, it's like, oh yeah, I can see him as that douchey playboy,
fucking psycho billionaire,
fucking rich kid, doesn't give a shit, like what a fucking asshole.
Yeah,
Don't
but
we
he's
all
not.
hate
He's
Bruce
Batman,
Wayne?
man.
But that's what. But in the movie, like that's what he needs to do.
that's
he
the
plays
persona
that
he
part.
needs to put out
and
there.
he's not that guy.
Yeah, at
which
all,
interestingly, maybe he's not very good at playing the real Bruce Wayne, the I care and I want to be Batman Bruce Wayne, but he is very good at playing the douchey playboy Batman. And good at playing, Bruce Wayne, and good at playing Batman. So he's just kind of like missing that middle bit.
Yeah.
Time to yell at Jeremy.
Uh-oh.
What are we yelling? I'm fucking late. Made it.
Hey, Jerry Bear. What's up, brother? We also need to say hello to Passion Flower Percussion. What's up, PFP?
And Captain Caffeine. Did we say hi to Cap yet?
Not yet.
What?
Captain Caffeine is there.
Captain Caffeine.
just got
Good evening,
here.
sir. Hey, buddy. Welcome in, man.
James Guan was saying a bunch of stuff that we just kind of like, we were talking while he was talking.
Well, that's his fault.
He says Ben Affleck is literally what Batman looks
That's
like.
what Batman looks
the
like.
movies
I
are
see
just
it.
shit.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Ben Affleck did I was really surprised at
I don't look like Batman in a bat suit, says James. Sorry.
Now I want to see that. I mean, it's goddamn.
Pictures,
Well, James,
pictures,
there you go.
pictures,
Right,
pictures,
right. Now we know who your
That's
next.
what we have a Discord for.
Your next Halloween costume.
Are you the guy, James? Do you look like the guy was it in one of the Christian Bale movies where someone's trying to like dress up as Batman and like vigilante
Yeah, right.
on
The
the
vigilantes
streets?
that were dressing up
And
in
he's got like cut up
fucking
tires for like
spandex or something.
pads on his elbows and shit.
Yeah. I think they even make a comment about that in the movie. I don't remember the line
God,
now.
what did he say? Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
"How are we different
how we're
than you?"
supposed-
And then he had some like
And
quip.
he's like, I'm not wearing yoga pants or some
Right,
shit.
yes, yes.
Yeah. It's funny how we just kind of devolved into like, yeah, Batman's
Oh,
cool.
hockey
Hockey
pads.
pads.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, hockey pads. Yeah. There you go, James.
So James does look like that guy.
Yeah.
That's what you
Yeah,
identify
James,
with
you
him.
got
He's
some
like, I
hockey pads,
remember
too?
that line. I identify with that guy.
I bet you look like a badass in a Batman outfit. Come on, man. Give yourself some credit.
Yo,
And or yoga pants.
Yeah.
Oh, I see Passion Flower tagging me as 8-bit awesome.
No.
Hey, Passion Flower. So what else? What other rivalries exist?
Disney.
Oh, God.
Did you have one?
Disney.
Disney.
And what about Disney specifically?
The classics versus modern day.
Really? Is that a thing?
Basically meaning everything up to
I guess Lion King would be the last one that was drawn out.
Princess and the
Frog is a modern one that was done in the old style. Yeah.
Technically.
No, there's an old one.
But because it's
Isn't there?
2D, people
maybe you're
consider it among the classics.
Mm.
And then
Yeah.
everything 3D on, obviously not including Toy Story 1 and 2.
I feel like that may be more of a manufactured us versus them rivalry.
Oh, no,
I-
it is not. It really does exist. There are people who have
No,
literally started
Little
petitions to
Mermaid.
Disney to
Right,
bring
right,
back
but I think-
2D stuff.
Yeah.
I think they're more people who are hating on the changes to the franchise they love than being because it's a rivalry with itself. That's like the people who hate the new Star Wars movies or hate the prequels but love OG Star Wars. That's like a slightly different thing to I love Star Wars, so I hate Star Trek.
Yeah. Yeah, just
I
like
mean, I guess, but it's not because like this isn't a originals versus the remakes thing. We're not talking about those. We're talking about like old classics with the old Pixar versus the modern Pixar shit.
Right,
So,
but that's
like-
still kind of the same thing. I mean, just the company has new ownership, new people in charge, times change, technology changes, styles change, what audiences want changes. So if you're a fan of like OG whatever, and then something new comes out, it's a little different style-wise, you're going to be like, oh, this is shit. I don't think it counts as like a nerd rivalry. I think that's just I don't like updates or reimagine things or it used to be better in the old style.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have pretty strong opinions about the old Star Wars stuff, like the OG, the original trilogy versus the newer stuff, the new movies. I have opinions about that. And like, if I were to let myself give a shit, I could get involved in some heated conversations about it, I have some pretty strong opinions, but it's because exactly what you were just mentioning is that for me, that is the OG Star Wars. That is Star Wars,
Right.
man. If it's not that, then it isn't Star Wars. It is something different, something new that isn't.
So you kind of
Star Wars
slightly
to me.
offended that it has the Star Wars name on it, but you're like, but it's not.
It's
in the same
just
way of me with
not,
Tomb
man.
Raider.
Yeah,
like
it's
you're calling
just
it Tomb
not.
Raider, but it's
Yeah.
not. That's not
Right.
classic
We're
Lara.
clear
Yeah.
how I feel about all of the Assassin's Creed shit.
Mm-hmm.
The newer stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm there with you. I'm there with you, Joe.
Oh, everything past Black Flag is not Assassin's Creed.
Right. Correct. See, that's just correct. That's not opinion. That is fact.
Except for
Scientific.
Origins. I will make an exception for that. Nothing
I
enjoy
don't.
else.
Origins. See, I like all of them though, and
No,
that's
but you haven't played the originals.
I
No,
have.
no,
I have too.
Rex,
I
You're
played
like- you're like the
AC2,
kid that's
no,
like-
AC3,
Rex,
and
no,
AC4.
you
and
don't
AC4
like.
is one of my
No,
favorites.
Rex, stop. You don't like all of the games. You like playing all of the games. Those are different things.
Is it?
I think that
Yes.
Rex is being that kid that sees episode 1 as like the first Star Wars movie he's ever seen. It's like, oh my god, Star Wars is so amazing. I really love Jar Jar Binks. He's the best. And like all the nerds, the sort of
But
older
that's not
fanboys are
accurate.
like, no, yeah, that's stupid.
Okay, all right, Rex.
that-
To
that's
put
not
this in
accurate, though.
perspective, if there was a Days Gone sequel
Oh shit.
and they improved every single aspect of the gameplay itself, but they fucked the story,
All right.
do you like the game or not?
Yeah. If it's good gameplay, that's really all I need.
Exactly, though. You like
Right.
playing it,
I'm
but
with
you
Joe. I
don't
get
give a
Joe-
shit
what
about the
Joe's saying.
story anymore. So, do you really
okay.
do you like the game or do you just like
Well, I think-
playing
can-
it?
can
Those
I-
are different things.
Can I sort of answer for Rex because I have an observation about the
All right.
way
External observation.
the way
sure.
I play games versus the way Rex plays games. I'm hardcore into story, character, the experience of moving through the world and the story. Rex is very much gameplay. Can I upgrade my character in like an RPG kind of way? Can I get nitty gritty with like the weapons and can I game the system?
How many buffs can I stack?
Yeah. That's what you
And
love.
she's like, what are buffs?
That's what you love. And I'm just like, well, I don't give a shit. Like, you're off doing side missions. I'm like, yeah, but what about the story? What's going to happen?
And I'm
You
like, I
know?
don't care.
So I think for you, Days Gone is not so much about the story.
Yeah.
It's about, I mean, it has a
It
good
actually
story as
wasn't
well.
until multiple playthroughs later.
Right.
Yeah.
But
There's-
for you, it's like the gameplay really works. For
Yeah.
me, it was all story because I was still
Yeah.
like four or five
Yeah.
playthroughs in before
Right,
I
yeah.
realized. Like, I remember on some of my live streams, I would still be not remembering to use my skill points.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd have
I
like
remember we used
5
to
or
joke
6 of
about
them.
that. Yeah, we used to joke about
Yeah.
that all the time. Yeah, we'd take bets to see how
How high it's
how
gone
many
before I
skill points
noticed.
you would have. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's like the point that I'm trying to make. I think me personally, it's just like I say, I like both Star Wars and Star Trek, but for different reasons. They satisfy different things, you know. And it's the same thing with like the early Assassin's Creed games and the new Assassin's Creed games. Very different gameplay loops, but I enjoyed both equally. I mean, I do like Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed 4. 2 and 4 are some of my favorite video games. I mean, literally, AC2 and AC4 are some of my favorite games. You know, I'm not going to put them in maybe top 10 or whatever, but they're definitely like some of my games that I love playing and have fond memories of. And have played multiple times, 2 and 4, Assassin's Creed 2 and 4. I've played several times each. But I also like the very different gameplay loop of the newer games. The Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla, all of those. I like them both, but for different reasons.
Mm-hmm. We have to say hi to Knights of Finland.
Knights of Finland! What's up, man? I like Jar Jar Binks. I didn't until later. And until I came to understand the role that he plays in the story.
Wait, he plays a role in the story?
He is a dupe. He is an idiot, and he is duped into being the deciding vote in what puts Emperor Palpatine in power. He's duped into having the deciding vote. And it's
He wasn't duped. He was part of the dark side. He was part of the dark side.
I mean, that is a possibility that I'm not going to exclude.
It's not a possibility. It has been confirmed. George Lucas was writing him into the dark side, and he had no balls because after everybody shat all over Jar Jar, he just wrote it out of the second and third movies.
Wait, really?
I mean,
Yes.
it would have been a clever twist, but maybe a little too obvious, I guess.
There
Or
are
a little
so
too
many
out of left
websites you can
field.
go to, and so many YouTube
Darth
videos
Jar
you can
Jar,
watch
I've heard of it. Yeah.
all
Well, would it be-
about.
Would it be
The-
Darth Jar Jar or Darth Binks?
I know. I think
I mean,
maybe
it would
that is the
probably be
joke. I think that is the
something
joke.
else, but like
Darth Jar Jar.
just I wanted Dark Jar Jar so bad.
I bet
After
Are you
reading those
thirsty for
conspiracy
Darth Jar Jar?
theories, you just sit
Easy,
there going,
tiger.
"Oh my god, it
I
would
mean,
have been so good."
Can you imagine how his voice would have changed? Or would he still have had the same like way of
No,
speaking?
yes, his voice would have changed.
It's
That
a
was
lovely day
that was
today.
on purpose.
Day.
That's not his.
Music kills
voice.
some Jedis.
Supposedly, it wasn't supposed to be his actual voice.
Right.
Hey, Zalak.
Oh,
Hey,
oh
Psylocke.
fuck. Hey, Psylocke. What's up, buddy?
Oh my god. Alex says,
That's good
OMG,
stuff.
you are the biggest effing nerds I've ever encountered. And I know me.
Yeah. I bet you've
Join
got
the
your nerd
club.
rivalries. You know that. I mean, I know you've got your nerd rivalries, man. There's got to be like some certain DJ equipment where you're like, oh no, that's shit, dude. You should be using this. I promise you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, let's go back to one of the probably what would be considered a vintage rivalry, a classic rivalry. CD versus vinyl.
All right, yeah. Let's get the audio files activated.
8-track versus mini disc.
Yeah, man. Betamax is where it's at.
Oh yeah.
motherfucker.
Oh yeah. Betamax versus
8-track
VHS.
wins, sorry.
Fuck,
And
we're
mini
showing-
disc was fucking bullshit.
we're
Wait,
show-
wait. Hold up. Say that again,
Uh-oh,
Joe.
Hang on.
I'll say it
Activated
again.
Claire.
Mini disc was fucking bullshit.
You obviously didn't know how to use it. Sucks to be you. Mini disc was fucking awesome. Anyway, let's move on. I mean, we can talk about Nate
Jeremy,
versus
why?
Lara. What? Say that again.
Look at Jeremy's most recent comment.
Misa Finna. Wait,
Yo,
what?
AC faith disturbed.
No. Misa finna yo act of faith
Oh.
disturbing. I would have loved it.
Joe's lost it. We've
Oh,
lost
your
Joe.
lack
so
of faith
Joe.
disturbing. Okay, yeah.
Oh my god.
See, now you get why I keep
Starstruck.
Jeremy around. Now you get it. See?
Oh no.
Hey,
I've
Joey
always
Image is
gotten it.
with
I
us.
just don't care.
Joey Image.
Tell
Hello.
Image. What's up, dude? Oh, I bet we could get some wrestling rivalries going on,
Oh
too.
my God, yes.
Yeah, we're talking about nerd rivalries, man. Like, that thing where people are like, oh, I like PlayStation. Well, fuck you. I like Xbox. It's that thing.
Yeah.
I bet there's some good wrestling rivalries there. Even like WWE versus WWF or whatever. I don't know what those mean. I'm just kind of throwing shit out there, but something like that.
Zylock. Dear God.
Jar Jar jokes are lost in translation.
Anyway.
If we want to get on a real war starter,
Mm.
Pepsi versus Coke.
Is Pepsi okay? I will cut a bitch. What did you just say to me? woman?
I think it's apparent that is Pepsi okay is like
That's the joke.
that's-
Actually, no.
That's what
Mhm.
everybody says.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is Monopoly money okay?
That's a good reply. That's a damn
that.
good reply. Yeah, I like that.
No,
yeah.
guys, how old are you? You've never heard that before?
I know. I've never
Oh,
heard
dear
that one.
God.
Now, I mean, I've heard some quippy comebacks, of course, but generally, you try to be polite to the server and like, no, I'll just have water. I'll take a sweet tea, please.
I can't even say that to anyone my age because it's the only joke we know, guys. Literally, if I say Monopoly money, everyone just goes, ha 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 ha.
You need
I've
some new
never
jokes.
gotten the response that you guys just gave me. Holy shit.
Aw.
Oh,
And we weren't just being nice because we like you. I thought it was funny.
yeah.
Oh god,
What kind
Zylock,
of Coke
don't
you
even.
want, Sprite? Yeah.
And that is why I don't like some of the South, because they're dumb.
Well, I was going to say, let me explain that for people who don't know. In the South, like you have soda and fizzy pop or fizzy drinks, or what else do you call soda? What's another name? It's not the Southern
Soft
name.
drink.
Soft drinks.
Well,
Thank you.
Pop.
And then, pop, soft drinks, fizzy drinks, whatever. And then in the South, that's called Coke.
Yeah. You
So
want
Coke is
Mm.
Dr. Pepper, Coca-Cola, Sprite,
Yeah.
Mountain
Pretty much
Dew,
any,
like all of that
any
is Coke.
carbonated sweet drink. Yeah.
Yeah, soda versus
Yeah, so don't just say you want a Coke because they're just gonna stare at you because they're
Be like,
dumb.
yeah, what kind?
A Coke, you dumb motherfucker.
However, the
what kind?
default is actually Coke. Like if you're not sure and like it's time to place the order or get the drink for the person or whatever, just get them an actual Coke.
So
Thank
when you, I have a question. When you go to a restaurant and the waiter or waitress, whatever, comes up to take your order, and will they say, like, what do you want to drink? And you say Coke, and they say what kind, and you say Sprite, or do they just
No,
you just
it's
say I'll have a Sprite?
like if you're placing an order for something, you'll say what you actually want. Yeah.
Or
But-
would they say, instead of like any drinks with that,
Yeah.
would they say any
Like,
Cokes with that?
I think it's more informal than that. Like, let's say I have guests over, and I'm like, hey, you want a Coke, man? It would be,
It'd be
like
like,
that.
oh, yeah, you got
and like,
Sprite?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you got a Sprite. I like Dr. Pepper if you have one. Or you're like, yeah, man, I got you. Or whatever. But so I think if you're like, it seems to be, it's more specific if you are ordering
Right.
an item that you wish to receive. Whereas if I'm hosting a friend or something, they're like, hey, man, you want a Coke?
Right.
What kind of Coke you want? Water? Sweet tea?
Don't
James
have
says, I
Claire
had
say
a
water though.
Nitro Pepsi last night. James, what is a Nitro Pepsi?
Yeah.
Oh, Claire.
Coke Zeros
Oh
aren't bad.
God, guys,
mind
no!
Coke Zero.
You go find a Nitro Pepsi. They're fucking good.
No
Is it
shit.
new? Like, what is it?
It literally they made Pepsi, but instead of carbon dioxide, they put nitrous in there.
So is it
Wait, what? So you
are we mixing it with brandy or bourbon?
Can you use
my
it to
God.
make the days gone by go faster?
Is it really high octane?
No nitrous installed. Good thing I have a Pepsi.
Man, I was in the dispensary the other day, and they have an energy drink that is cannabis infused. And I was
Yep.
like, wait a minute, so are you're just trying to establish a baseline? I mean, is it? Wait, are we going up or are we going down? I'm confused, man. The elevator's broken. I don't get it. But yeah, it's fucking energy drink that's cannabis infused. I'm all about energy drinks. I drink like the zero sugar Monster energy drinks, and I'm
Maybe-
down for some cannabis too.
I mean,
but-
maybe that's for like when you want to be stoned, but you have to go to work.
Yeah, right. It's
It's like
you
get
want,
through your
yeah,
shitty
you wanna,
shift,
you
whatever
wanna put a
shit
smile
job you
on,
have.
but you got shit to do. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, because I'll smoke a bowl and have an energy drink later, and I guess it's the same thing.
Right.
It's like,
Cannabis energy drinks for when you
Yeah.
want to be on the couch, but you don't quite want to pass out.
Oh, this has just reminded me of another old rivalry that I was once a part
Uh-oh.
of.
Yeah.
Stoners versus ecstasy
Oh
takers.
shit! Yeah.
And
I mean, I
after
can
a while
see
there was
that.
like a
yeah.
crossover.
Like you have your stoner subculture and your like tweaker subculture.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, people
Well,
who go
this is
raving
easy.
and high on
Do you
E and
wanna-
people who are stoned.
It's
and want
easy,
to
though.
Stay home.
Do you want to discuss conspiracy theories or do you want to fuck?
Wait,
that's
hang on.
pretty
Wait,
much the
which one's
decision
the-
you're making.
I didn't know
so.
both was an option. No. I want to eat some Twinkies and take a nap.
I was gonna.
Is that
So-
is that on the table?
So stoner, there you go.
Dr. Pepper versus Mr. Pibb. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's not even a debate, Cap. Come on now. And if it is, I worry about you.
Oh shit! Zylox says I have a swap a gummy for coffee in the morning before the engineering meetings.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, mm-hmm.
Hadn't really
Oh,
thought about
God.
fucking.
Can you
What
even fuck
was-
when you're stoned? Like when you're
Oh, yeah.
really, really stoned, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've
if
never
you've
do- I've never
mainly
done-
done sativa, you could. But if you had
Yeah.
a bunch of indica, I don't know how you're gonna get through it.
That's what I mean. Like, I mean, I've never taken like modern legal marijuana. I've
Yeah.
only like got stoned back in the
What?
day when it was you roll a joint.
Claire, you live in Colorado.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
She's not required to use it
fuck?
just because it's legal, though.
They don't like dispense it straight to your house and like stand there while you take it. No, I don't. I honestly don't enjoy it anymore. I've done. Let me do a little disclaimer. The following statements may or not be true, may or may not be true, and I may or may not have done the things I'm about to talk about. This is perhaps a work of fiction. I've done a lot of drugs, but since since moving here to the States, I haven't honestly done hardly anything. I've been stoned a couple times, and that's about it.
Claire, this is kind of my point. I mean, you just said that you've never had the legal shit, so you've never had the good shit.
But I don't like it. It's also there's a difference between the British shit and the English shit. The English shit is way fucking different to what
The
you have
British
here.
shit and the English shit. What?
Well, what I'm saying is
Are we talking about American shit? Like, what are we? What?
Oh wait, British shit and American shit. Sorry, I got confused.
Okay.
I spoke wrong. The
Cordyceps versus portobellos.
the stuff we have in England, we don't have weed like you have weed here. It's different, and
Because it's weak ass bitch shit, right? Like,
no, it's I think it's stronger here. The stuff you have here, we have occasionally in England, and we call it skunk because it smells like a fucking skunk.
Oh god, yeah.
It's stronger. It's more
Toad
expensive
venom.
and it's stronger.
Toad venom?
Now we're talking about getting really fucked up. Spirit quest and shit.
Passion Flower says, "Oh, you sweet summer child." I mean, to reiterate, may or may not be fiction. I have done a lot of drugs, but I've left those days behind. I kind of like being sober now. I mean, I drink a little bit of whiskey every now and again, but yeah, that's
Claire,
that's it.
Have you really not had a night where you just want to relax, though?
I just gave Rex a look like, I know this is going to make him mad. No, I don't. I don't relax.
Let me tell you the hardest part of this weekend. Okay, kiddo's
Oh
been
dear
sick,
God.
right? Hang on. No, let me clue you in on something. The word relax and Claire don't generally go in the same sentence. And I don't mean that in a bad way, as in like she's uptight or whatever. But
no, she just doesn't know how to slow down.
This weekend, while her kiddo was sick, that first night that he was sick, we kept him home from daycare the next day.
I couldn't stream or anything.
That was the worst day of the weekend because Claire was walking around here like a cat with her tail fluffed up because she couldn't get any fucking work done.
I loved my kiddo. I had a great day hanging out with him. We did a lot of fun stuff. We watched some TV. We played with paints. We played with cars and trucks and jigsaw puzzles and all sorts of fun stuff. Like, we did a lot of fun things. But man, I had shit to do. I had to cancel my stream.
Put your day behind schedule.
It put my entire week behind.
I won't have a video coming out on Monday.
Exactly.
Because we got so far behind schedule this weekend.
I was really fucking annoyed.
That was
I couldn't get shit
that
done.
right there. That's the thing. So I mean, that's why Claire doesn't smoke bud. I mean, even like indica. You know, it's a bit of a pick me up, but you're still stoned, man. I mean, it is what it is.
You don't have to smoke it.
Well, no.
But I don't. But
you don't have to use it.
Right.
Is the point that I'm trying to make. And it's like for Claire, her productivity is part of her satisfaction. You know, if she didn't get 1,000 things done today, she feels like she didn't get anything done.
Right.
You know, so that's
I see Cat's comment there. I love that. 8-Bit needs to talk to Aaron Rodgers for mushrooms and toad venom stuff. Fuck yeah.
Get some of that good imported shit, man.
I'm going to bring Aaron Rodgers on. Hang on.
Oh, yeah.
You know, from what I've heard, for
there
people...
There you go, Zylock gets it, man. That's a good comment right there. Everyone has their own balance 100%. To maintain, man, where your comfort level.
I don't like the feeling of being inebriated or stoned or whatever. There was one time I had a few shots of whiskey. I was like quite a little bit like, ooh, I shouldn't have any more. I'm feeling it. And then you gave me some of your vape pen stuff, whatever the fuck you call it. And I've never mixed alcohol and weed. And I was so fucking twitchy. I didn't know. I was like, I hate this feeling. I hate it. I'm like, am I stoned? Am I drunk? I don't know. I hate it. I hate it. I honestly hated the feeling of not being sober or not being like, it was too much for me and I didn't want to do it. And I was just like, no, cancel this. Cancel it. How do I get out of this? How do I unsubscribe? So, yeah. James is asking, who the fuck is Aaron Rodgers? This is Aaron Rodgers. He's the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. And he's possibly, speculation is he's had far too many head injuries and he's become a conspiracy theorist. And the toad venom stuff, I'm not sure about the actual toad venom stuff if he's talked about that, but it wouldn't surprise me if he talks about taking toad venom or whatever. He's turned into quite the kook. Great football player, but he's fucking crazy.
Hey, that's nice. Zylock is letting us know the audio is very smooth sound.
Hey.
The pops are muted. Yeah, nice.
Cool.
Right on.
Wait, Cap, new one for the Jets? What? Did I miss some news? Really? Or are you kidding?
I mean, would it surprise you if he decided to randomly go to a different team at this point?
This is like new news that he may be
Uh-oh.
good. I mean, he's
Uh-oh.
been with the Packers his entire career.
Next
So-
rivalry, please, James says. Well, what you got, James? Let me know something.
Yeah, let's talk some other rivalries.
Yeah, tell me some rivalries in the science world, man. I know you got some juicy ones, yeah.
Hang on, Caps is the latest podcast episode he was on. He said that he wanted to go with the Jets. But he wants to go with the only team he really has ever wanted to play for is the 49ers, which, I mean, I can see why. 49ers are fucking dope. And he grew up he was born in California. Oh, Cap, Aaron Rodgers versus the traitor Brett Favre, who played for the Vikings.
Tesla versus Edison. Oh, now we're
Tesla!
getting old school nerd
Yeah,
rivalry.
let's
right
talk
there.
about that.
Yeah.
AC
Definitely
versus
Tesla.
DC.
Word. Yeah.
I'm
Fuck
sorry,
yeah.
Edison
That's
was a piece of shit.
That's actually
yep.
really good,
Yep.
Miranda. Yeah, that's fucking excellent.
Boxers
Sorry,
or
James.
tighty
Best of
whities.
both worlds. Best of both worlds. Boxer briefs.
Yeah,
I
man.
agree with Joe. Boxer
Yeah.
briefs. Yep. Yep.
Any
Because
real
I
man would
know.
agree.
Yeah. Nicola wins, definitely. Definitely.
Tesla always wins unless you're talking about the company.
Now, boxers are like the baggy shorts, and
I
then
guess so, yeah.
tighty
I
whities are
can't
the
fucking
little
handle.
underpant style briefs,
Commando.
and then boxer briefs are kind of like tight
G-strings.
G-strings. No.
Boxers, everything's flapping around. Tidy whities, my legs are chafing. Boxer briefs.
Halfway in between. Yeah. Wait, who was in love with a pigeon? What?
What?
What? Miranda Satin.
Who was in love with a...
Wait, what?
Huh? We don't need to talk about who was in love with a pigeon. Stop
Who
it,
was in love
Miranda.
with a pigeon? Jeremy
And that was a
says,
rumor started by the pigeon.
Wait, what?
I'm so lost. Ah.
You want me to find the story, Claire?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Tesla
right.
was in love and tried to marry a pigeon.
Oh, that's adorable. Fucking weird, but adorable.
But he
I've never been
Tesla
that high, for the
pigeon.
record. I've done a lot of drugs too, but I've never been that high.
Right.
Never been so high I
Tesla's
wanted to
weird
marry a bird.
obsession with pigeons. Ooh.
What? But wasn't he married?
Among his quirks was a fondness
make her
for
dress up as a
pigeons.
pigeon?
Married. No, he was never married.
When living in New York, he spent hours each week feeding pigeons in the park and routinely took home any that were injured so he could nurse them back to health. He often kept the windows open in the hotel suite so pigeons could visit when they
God.
wished.
I bet,
Um,
I bet the
Full of
hotel
bird
loved
shit.
Yeah.
He even asked a
Oh.
hotel chef to prepare a special mix of seeds for his feathered friends.
Knights of
Never
Middles-
married, but he admitted to falling in love with a very special white pigeon that visited him regularly.
Miranda
He
Satin.
reportedly said, I
Yeah.
loved that pigeon as a man loves a woman, and she loved me.
And she loved
As
me,
long
my God.
as I had her, there was a purpose to my life.
Oh my word. I love
Tesla's
Knights of
bachelor lifestyle likely stemmed from his belief that intimacy would interfere with his scientific research. I do not think you can name many great inventions that have been made by married men, he once said.
So he jerked
Oh,
off to
God.
birds.
I mean,
It's like, I'm a genius. I have a lot of work to do. I can't get married. I can't fall in love, so I'm going to jerk it to birds.
I mean, it's a fine line between genius and insanity.
I guess.
Wait, guys.
AK versus
Guys.
AR, yeah.
I was
I
going to
knew
say,
that one was
Guys.
coming.
I was going to say Knights of
In-
Finland's comment had me thinking, Arkansas versus somewhere another Arkansas? Like, is this how we'd write Arkansas or something?
45 ACP versus 9mm. Yeah. Knew it was coming.
But guys, in 1922, he reported that the white pigeon had flown into his room to tell him that he was dying. That she was dying, the pigeon was dying. Before the bird passed, he said, a white light shone from her eyes, brighter than anything he had ever generated with
he-
his electrical machinery.
Did he
Tesla
electrocute
was
the pigeon?
heartbroken at her death and told friends that at that moment he felt his life's work was finished.
Wow.
Did he electrocute the pigeon?
I don't know. I'm so confused.
I had a higher opinion of Tesla until we go on to
Got to
this.
that.
Me too.
Yeah, right. I can still respect the science. Let's go.
Miranda says,
Let's go
"What a
with that.
nerd."
I mean, he was a weird guy who had a lot of quirks. I do remember a thing about apparently he hated pearls and he refused to talk to any woman who wore them.
Okay.
That's
Rather
one of
fond
the
of pearl
few
necklaces
random
myself.
facts about Tesla I know, but I did not know about this pigeon thing, and that's weird. I don't know how to feel now.
Yeah. Moving on. Let's talk
New
about something else.
rivalry. Yeah. What else we got?
What have we? Miranda says, "Sorry to make you aware of the special quirk of his." What else we got?
Pots and kettles come in all sorts of colors now, man.
Oh, tea
yeah.
versus coffee.
I don't know. I think those
I
are
just
kinda-
want to make sure. Cap, is that a joke?
Wait, what do you say?
Is that why Elon Musk named one of his cars a Tesla? That's a
He's in
joke,
love with
right?
pigeons, too.
His company is called Tesla. Like, buddy.
Fine line between genius and insanity, like a G-string.
Yeah,
Oh my
Miranda
God.
Satin says Elon is also deeply in love with pigeons.
Yeah.
Probably.
Autoerotic.
Oh.
I mean, I guess that's probably the right term for it. Actually, I mean,
Pigeons and pearls, the cornerstone to any electrical grid.
Oh my
Yeah, I mean,
God.
I'm rather fond of pearl necklaces myself. I don't see what's wrong with them, honestly.
Different
Oh, dear
kind, babe.
God.
Different kind.
No, I meant pearl necklaces. What are you talking about?
Different kinds.
That's- Okay.
Oh, okay. Yes,
Oh, dear
dear.
God.
Uh,
Why do I hang out
I'll
with you
tell
guys?
what.
Oh, because you
I thought it was
don't have
because
anything
we
better to do
pay
on
you,
Saturday night?
But oh yeah, right. Wait, what is this, Rex? You like getting them, don't you? Yeah, I mean, pearls are lovely. Oh wait, oh that's. I was young and needed the money. God damn it.
Pearl
Oh, God.
necklaces and golden showers.
Wait, what?
Sure.
You're so busy reading the chat.
God damn it. Man, actually, that's
Oh
all
my
I
God,
got, man.
James.
I moved to Colorado for the snowballs. Yeah. No, I just like the way they toss salad around here. I like the way they toss that green salad.
I
Oh,
do.
fuck, man.
I do have one more if you guys want it. It's not
yeah.
nearly as good as the rest of them that we've had so far,
What
but I
you got?
am interested to see what chat's gonna say about this one.
Do it.
Friends or Seinfeld?
Ooh.
All right.
I see that as being something that is maybe not so much of a rivalry, but more of a taste thing. You know, it's like hamburgers versus steak, or a better example, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
like they're both comedies, half-hour comedies. They're both funny. They both had really long runs.
Yeah. I bet you can find a subreddit somewhere that's dedicated to people bickering back and forth about which one's better.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure you can
Yeah.
probably find that on
Yeah,
anything.
fucking anything. Yeah.
On Reddit.
That's kind of the point. Yeah, that's kind of our point tonight,
Yeah.
I guess.
But is there much of a rivalry?
Is there a Firefly and Farscape rivalry?
Hey,
my
Heidi's
God.
with us. Hey, Heidi.
Heidi. So, Heidi, you know what we're talking about, right? Like how people who are fans of one thing just automatically hate the other thing just because it's not what they like.
Right.
I bet you know some too. Everybody's got something like that.
See, the funny thing is, for my sense of humor, I feel like Seinfeld will be more my speed, but it didn't really cross the pond.
Oh, yeah.
So I was hardcore into Friends. I've seen every episode of Friends at least
Flight
once.
of the Conchords. Sorry. Yeah.
Are you familiar at all with those
I am familiar.
situation comedies?
I am familiar with the two shows, but I've never watched either one of them.
Wait, Cap says Seinfeld because of the quote, episode. Explain. I don't know this.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the show.
I also really liked Ellen, the comedy, the
Muppets.
sitcom, but I don't think that ran for very long. Oh my God, Roseanne, that one I loved. I grew up watching Roseanne.
Yeah,
That
right.
crossed the pond.
Mm.
Joe, what are you doing in the chat, Joe?
Flight of
Explain
the
yourself.
Conchords.
Oh, okay. I've never seen it. I don't know what it is.
Oh my God, Claire. Thank you, Rex.
Oh, is it a show though?
It's not something to be
There's a movie
seen.
called.
I thought there was a
There's
movie.
a
It's
movie
just-
called Flight of the Conchords.
No,
yeah?
no.
You're doing the song.
I don't
Just
understand.
the song.
What am I thinking of then? There's something with Concords in the name that's show or
There is
something.
a movie called Flight of the Conchords, but I think he's talking about the song.
James,
Why are we
how
talking about
dare
the
you?
song? What's with this? Where did the song come from? I'm confused. Somebody explain it to me.
It's okay.
Oh, God.
Apparently, that's not what James was talking about in the first place, so I'm just sitting here on my ass right now.
Anyway,
Capitalism versus socialism. I know, right?
I feel like I've said the word anyway so many times tonight.
Oh, the episode of Seinfeld where George got caught pleasing himself, so the gang had a contest to see who could abstain the
dear.
longest. I thought it would be more of a contest to see who can get the most out in a day. I mean, isn't that more fun?
Oh, if you want to talk about that. Rex, have you seen Letterkenny? Do you know what that is?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it, though.
I've
So-
heard of it, but I mixed it up with the band.
It's a great Canadian show. It's on Hulu for anybody who wants to go watch it. And they like to start with like these just random conversations between these three friends. And one of them, they were talking about what's it called? The November thing where you're not supposed to masturbate at all. No Nut November.
Oh God,
oh,
yeah.
No Fap November or
and
something like that. Yeah.
and then they were
No
just
Fap
like, well,
November.
have you heard about this thing of December where you're supposed to hit it as many times as the like number of the day? And it was just like, oh, okay. He's like, how long you think you could last on that? The fuck? Maybe like 15? Jesus. And then one of the guys was like, I could make it.
I'm gonna have to watch that show. Sounds fun.
Oh god, yeah. It's good. It's a great show.
Jeremy says masturbation tools versus handheld. Silas's best advent calendar ever.
Hey, Jeremy, when you're
Sitting
fat, you
versus
don't really have a
standing.
decision there.
Oh God.
Someone else's hands.
I'd also like to throw in the bidet option.
Oh, bidet versus standard. I mean, obviously, I think bidet is the superior option.
Yeah.
I just don't know how they work.
I'm probably gonna sound really gross, but I don't understand bidets.
I'd have to watch a video explaining how it's used.
I feel like it's something
I
that I would have
don't.
to work really hard to get used to. The idea of
Opening
having
doors, push or pull.
having water shot at my ass sounds unpleasant.
Wait, what?
But it's surprisingly refreshing.
I think it's something that I would have to experience and get used to. Also, I don't.
It's
What?
not a drinking fountain.
Yes. Also, Zylock, yes, on point, sir.
Trust me, it's fantastic.
You
have no
I
idea.
don't like that either.
Also, as a woman, I feel like the engineering is a little flawed because you
No,
God,
Claire,
no,
most
no.
of them have a setting.
what to?
You
What
can
type of
change
setting?
it.
What do you mean?
You can clean whatever you want.
No, but I mean like
He's like, you can clean whatever you want.
I love that. But like the way the water flows is important when cleaning.
The
Female
direction,
parts.
yeah, the direction in which it pushes solid waste away matters.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. You can
Accidental
get
enema.
infections if you do it wrong. So they actually have like an
Oh, damn. Okay.
Okay,
It's like
shop
it's
vac.
like remote control and shit.
Does it have like a
Some of
little
them,
arm
yeah.
that comes out and like gets the angle right?
Yeah, they do that. Most of them actually have a little like window so that it doesn't get, possible splash from the toilet itself, and so that it stays clean most of the time.
Right. Wow. This sounds really
Holy shit.
complicated.
All right. God damn it. We're gonna
And
have.
surprisingly, they're
I know
not
what we're
that
doing
expensive.
tomorrow, man. I know what we're doing tomorrow. God damn it.
Are you gonna
Shooting
go
the hose
get a
at each other's
bidet?
asses.
Well, we do that anyway, but we're gonna go. We're gonna go look at toilets or something. I don't know. At least shop online.
Well, you can.
Gonna
I got
say
shit to do.
Amazon's
I got
got
shit to
plenty
do.
of 'em.
I got shit to do. She says. Can I test them in the store? Is that
No.
how it works?
No. Beware
Jesus
the fire
Christ,
hose
Silent,
setting on your
what the
bidet.
fuck? Oh, you got one of the crazy ones. Okay.
Oh wow.
The Japanese ones dries with warm air.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I
Fire
don't
hose
have
setting.
the time. Okay, so we were talking
If you go to
earlier-
Japan, that's a different thing, man.
Right. We were talking earlier about how much of a workaholic I am. I actually hate taking bathroom breaks because it's a waste of fucking time. Dudes who, I mean, not just dudes, like girls do this too, but like people who spend like half an hour taking a shit, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Either something's wrong with you or you don't have anything to do with your life. Like, how can you
Yeah,
spend
it's
that
definitely the second one.
long? How can you spend
Easy,
that long on the
Claire. You
bathroom?
go in there, you do your business for 5 minutes, and then you sit there on
On
your
top of your
phone
shit.
for another 25.
So you smell your shit for 25 minutes. I
I
don't
mean,
need to bring a book, Jeremy.
I-
I get the fuck out. I do my
Bring a book.
business and I leave. And I go back to what I'm doing. I don't understand it. This will be the nerd rivalry hill I will die on.
Won't be
Heidi's
Heidi
with me.
is not
Heidi's
just
on
a
my
guy
camp.
thing. It's not just a guy thing.
I
I
think it's a
know
guy
this
thing.
for a
I think it's a guy
fact.
thing.
It's not. I know this for a fact.
I'm not a poopy ableist. Like, if you need to take your time, then fine. Like, if you have an upset stomach or you're a bit constipated or whatever, like, if you have an issue, then fair enough. But people who just like go in and like, okay, I'm not gonna name names, but one of my exes would say that they would go to the bathroom. He would spend like 20, 30 minutes in the toilet. He would go in
Was he
and say,
whacking it?
no, he would say that he pooped a little bit, but didn't quite get it all out. So he'd sit there and wait like
Squatty
15,
potty.
20 minutes and then would finish. And it's like, what? You need more fiber or more water
Yeah, right. I
or
mean,
something.
dog,
like,
yeah. More exercise.
No,
even,
Claire.
or something.
That's
yeah.
called irritable bowel syndrome, and
Yeah.
No, he
sometimes nothing helps.
So that
he
is the
didn't
thing.
have issues.
Yeah.
It was just how he did it. He just took his time. Whereas I'm like, this is getting TMI, but like,
got shit to do.
I got shit to do. So it's like, if something's not moving along as fast as I want it to, I'm like, okay, come on, let's go. Let's hustle. Let's go. And I get that shit done. Let's just put it that way. Jeremy says I don't get jacking off on the commode. That seems like a shitty way to do it. Massage the bits out of you? Wait, but that's water
What?
going up your ass, Zylock. Yeah, I've got other shit to do, Heidi. Yeah.
Other shit to do, yeah. It's fucking great. Man, I'm ready to call it. This is turned into a literal shit show. Man, I fucking love you guys. I have so much fun doing this shit. Thank you, for real. Thank y'all for being here with us tonight. I love doing these little feedback loop arcades. This is like the highlight of my week sometimes.
Okay, Jeremy, I will agree with you there. Those commercials are
even
fantastic.
whether it works or not, their commercials are fucking hilarious. That's good stuff.
And I can attest, it works.
Little poop emojis. God damn it. All right, man. Let's see. Today is Saturday. That means the next stream you're going to see from us will be Monday afternoon, 1 p.m. Mountain Time on the 8-Bit Terror channel. There she is right there in the chat. Joe, thank you for putting the links in there, buddy.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing something Resident Evil themed on Monday. What have you got lined up for Monday?
Resident Evil 4 demo and Resident Evil Village Mercenaries.
Oh, You were having fun with that, weren't you? That Mercenaries?
Yeah, it's
which I know
really
that
good.
that's generally not your style. You don't normally do like wave arena type gameplay
Correct.
stuff.
But Resident Evil Mercenaries.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
That's
for
actually
me.
good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, right on.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to be Monday, 1 p.m. Mountain Time. And then on Tuesday, Claire will be back around to Ghost of Tsushima first thing in the morning. Tuesday morning, 8 p.m. Mountain Time.
No, 8 a.m. Mountain Time.
God damn it.
8 in the morning.
Mine's 7 p.m. Yours is 8 Mountain, 8 a.m.
Oh, it is. We need to stop. Right, just can't talk anymore.
I did call it. I did call it, didn't I? All right, man.
And we're not even drunk. We haven't even been drinking.
Literally, it's just been a long weekend. It's been a fucking puke apocalypse of a weekend, man. I'm going to tell you
now
what.
we've ended it talking about poop.
For real, all jokes aside and shit, thank you so much for being here, folks. Had a lot of fun tonight. Love you guys. Thank you for your support. All of our channel members, channel supporters, everything. Thanks, guys. That's it, man. If you want an actual schedule, check the description of the video. it's in there, I promise.
Thank you, Joe, for being on with us.
Yeah.
Always.
And thank you, everyone, for being here.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Joe. Good night, everybody.